So my original Wii U box was lost to time, and now I need a new one, because let's just say the one I have right now is not in the best condition. As you can see, it's all folded over here. And the Wii U itself isn't looking too good either, as you can see from this scratch over here. As a base, I'm gonna use a regular shoebox that I found somewhere in my house, and we're gonna do all sorts of pretty stuff with it. But first of all, we're gonna need a base coat. I got this one ages ago, I don't remember where, honestly. Probably my mom got it when she wanted to try decoupage technique, but it was waiting its time for many years now. So I cover all sides of the box and the lid nice and thoroughly, just to make sure that the paint doesn't come off and has a nice base to latch onto. The box itself isn't shiny or anything, but I'd like to be sure. After I'm done applying the base, it's time to mix the first layer of color. I mix white with a little bit of brown and yellow to get that sort of old vibe. Forgive me my vocabulary, I honestly don't know how else to describe this. After that, all we need to do is cover the entire box, just like we did with the base. As soon as we're done with the first layer of paint, it's time for the fun part. The most crucial ingredient in a technique that I'm about to do is craquelure varnish. We apply it nice and thoroughly on all of the parts that we want cracked, which is, in our case, the entire box, and very soon the cracks will start appearing. This varnish takes about 30 minutes to dry, so right after that, we start applying the second layer of paint, which is, in our case, the black one. As you can see, almost immediately after I apply it, the cracks become visible, and now we have a nice, old-style cracked box. The important thing to know here is that you shouldn't go over one place with paint too many times, because it doesn't behave like it would on paper and starts to form weird lumps. So just focus on trying to cover everything in one stroke. So after we're done with the final layer of paint, we could stop at this, but I want to go a little further and add some more decorations. Since my favorite game on Wii U is Twilight Princess, I decided to go with that theme for now. Now I need to make the paper with Prince thinner, because usually for decoupage they use special napkins with 3 layers, so you can see through them as soon as they're applied, but when you're working with paper, you need to somehow delete the extra layers of it. In this case, I'm using the tape to get rid of all the extra. After you cover the entire thing, you need to very carefully take off the tape not to damage the painting itself. You should end up with something like this. Next up, we'll need to prepare to put pictures on the box. We'll need a wet plastic file and put the picture on it very carefully again, and be mindful of that, it needs to be face down. Here I use the cotton disc to make sure it's all nice and even and has as little wrinkles as possible. Next, we get rid of all the extra stuff on the picture. We definitely won't need that white frame. The footage of me putting the previous picture onto the box was lost to time, just like the original box, so I'll show it to you with this one. Just like that, you need to carefully put it where you want it to be, and then just remove the file. That's why it needed to be face down, so it ends up face up when it's on the actual box. And just like that, we repeat the process with all the other pictures we prepared for it. I honestly absolutely love the theme of Midna and Wolf Link, so almost all of the pictures I prepared are with them. Once all pictures are in place, we need to secure them using a special decoupage glue. Sometimes, producers of that thing also state that it can be used as varnish, but mine didn't say that, so I will secure it with another layer of varnish later. And just like that, we're almost done. The only thing left to do is cover it with a final layer of varnish and leave it out to dry. Now that we've finished the final part of this process, it's time to see the end result. Thanks for watching, and if you like that type of content, consider subscribing to the channel and ringing the bell to get notified on new videos. Also, giant thanks to Rahu, Paint Mouse, and Sukibus for always supporting me and my endeavors. If you want to see more of my content, you can consider following me on Twitter. And if you want to become part of the community, there is a Discord link in the description. Take care, and I'll see you next time.